lessons and said, damn, I had no questions. I had fun in every second and the journey was a blessing, yeah. They tell me that I'm never gonna make it. They want me to do something that can make sense. They hate when I keep dreaming I'll be famous, but I don't give a fuck, I'ma keep chasing. They tell me that I'm never gonna make it. They want me to do something that can make sense. They hate when I keep dreaming I'll be famous, but I don't give a fuck, I'ma keep chasing.
And we're live. We're live. I don't even know if you can hear me at this point. I had to figure out my gain on my audio. I had to figure it out. I was out with my kid. What's up, Bridget? I was out with my kiddo. We were shopping. We went to Michael's and Cato and JCPenney. What's up, Lisa Marie? And I was going to go live earlier, but I didn't. Ew. I mean, I don't mind that music, but I'm trying to fix my audio. So when I talk, especially after, like when I'm, is it low? Probably. It's all the way up. I can't make it any higher. If I talk right into it, it gets louder. I run into it a lot, so I don't like it being right as close to my face, and plus I'm looking over here, which is my fault for looking over there, and so I'm not facing it. I should like turn it this way and put it right in front of me. I don't know. I don't know how to turn it up. It's up as loud as it'll go. So I'm trying to go to the advanced audio. Oh. Is that better by any chance? Maybe that's too loud. I don't know. I don't know if that's too loud. I can't tell. Is it better now? Let me try this. Is that better? Better or worse? I don't know. Maybe it's much better? Oh, good. Maybe I'm peaking like a mother of pearl. I'm like, my audio is solidly. My issue is, and I don't know if you can hear it, when I speak, there's like a kind of like a crackling sound, like from ambient noise, I guess. I can't hear it right now, but generally I can hear it, and it drives me absolutely crazy in post because I'm like every time I open my mouth. So yeah, I just turned the decibels up, so maybe that'll work. I don't know. I'm hoping. I'm trying here, guys. I'm trying. I figure if I'm going to do this somewhat often, the least I can do is like get it right. No, it's like it's like it's silent until my voice picks up, and then you can hear it's almost like an ambient, like in the background. So it is what I don't know. What's up, Annette? I hope you're doing good. I figured I'm going to try to find a rabbit hole today. I want a rabbit hole. Like just something that's to go somewhere to just deep dive into. Not deep dive, but like dip a little bit. If I can get my... See, I hear it there. I can hear it sometimes. And I don't know why. I think I wonder... Oh, see, now I can hear the background. It's just like ambient noise now, right? I wonder. I wonder if it's my, I just put auto-tune on. Oops. Okay, so there's all these little dials, and I don't know what they do because I don't do audio. So I don't understand. I don't know. Maybe does that do anything at all? I don't know. That peaked me up so high. Like I blasted off the sound chart there. I hope you guys didn't hear that. I just saw it go red. Like solid red. Oops. I'm not going to stress it. I'm not going to stress it. I'm not going to stress it. We're just going to do a thing. We're going to do a thing. I'm not going to stress about it. I can't. 7 what? Okay. Be safe. Anywho. Trying to get all my clothes straight. Okay. I don't have 4,000 electronics. I don't think. So if my sound is better now and I don't sound as low, that's good. I hope. Anyway. I was like, what just popped up on my Discord? It's me going live. I'm trying to see if I saved anything that's worth looking into or if I just like wasted some of my time. What is this? Okay, I saved some TikToks for fun. I thought that'd be interesting. I don't know. Um Something about music destroying your brain. I'm like, I don't know about that. I saw this cool thing I was going to show you guys just cuz it's the 12 female archetypes. And basically, it's funny because everyone's like, "Oh, we call everyone. Oh, you want to be the queen?" They call her ever, as a compliment. You call a woman queen, right? Oh, queen. But if you read this, and it's hard, I have to try to zoom in. I don't know what I just did. That didn't help. Maybe if I just like open it up this way, I can zoom in. Yeah, look at me go. Let me go. Look at me go. Okay. So, and it's so I found this chart, right? And of course, it's one of those where you go on and you take a test and it tells you where you land on this chart somewhere. But I thought it was really interesting because one of the things the guy's like, everybody wants to be called queen. I'm the queen. I'm the queen. Now, if you look at the top, let me see if I can get it scrolled in here. Oops. Wait, can I not move up? Like I have to either scroll into the middle. Like, wow, that is not. Well, that's stupid. Anyway, so it's like 15% empathy, 3% skills. So like that's a super low skill level. 42 independence, 37 wisdom, and 10 creativity. And like if it depends on what's important to you. And this is my opinion. This is not what the study or he was talking about. But like if you want to be super independent, like the caregiver and the sage have the most independence. What's going on, Bad Wolf? And then like if you want empathy and stuff, like you can go down this list and the queen is like really not killing it in any of these. Even the huntress outshines the queen in wisdom. So to me it was really funny because everyone's like, "Oh, the queen, the queen." And I'm like, you could come up with any of these, be like, "All right, maiden." All I could think of is like calling random friends one of these titles. Hi, Dame. What's up, heroin? They'd be like, what? But no, I just thought it was interesting how the tables went on this. I should take, man. I have an idea. Bad Wolf, thank you for being here. Guys, everybody I missed Buster. I am so sorry. Buster, how is it going? It's good to see you. I want to do something. Like, I don't mind watching stuff, but like I prefer to like interact with things. I don't know how to put that. Like, I prefer to like have a talking point and like more of a discussion than just watching someone else do all the talking, because I'm pretty much going to interrupt them anyway. This is kind of how that goes. 1 second. I'm pulling something up to see if it's what I think it's going to be. Okay, so it's not what I thought. I was trying to find one. I was trying to find these like those like which villain. Oh my god, that scared me. My bracelet scared me. I was trying to see like which Harry Potter character are you, or like that, something silly. I thought it'd be fun. Okay, we're gonna try this. Okay. Okay. It's loading, so it's lagging me out. Okay. I'm gonna try to maneuver, guys. I'm gonna try to maneuver because it's just I'm in the way. I'm in the way. There. Is that better? I'll be looking all sideways, but let's try that. Let's see if this works. I'm gonna try and see which one I am. So I have to pick a movie. Okay. So I guess out of these, which one do I like the most? Honestly, I don't know half of some of them I know. Some of them I don't know. I mean, in a pinch, if I had to pick, I'd say Mean Girls. Because I'd do Silence of the Lambs if it wasn't. What object do I most desire? Okay, so there's the Elder Wand, right? So that's one of the Deathly Hallows, right? The Elder Wand, Philosopher's Stone. Yeah, we know what that is. The mirror, isn't that the one where you see what you like fear the most or what you desire the most? I can't remember. Like, why do I want to see it though? I don't care. A firebolt, like a zip zap like that. I don't know. The Marauder's map, I like that one. A Deluminator, no. A cloak of invisibility or a TV, really? I don't know. I kind of low key. I'm between these two. All right, so I'm moving my mouse around, and whichever one it lands on. The Marauder's map. Okay. Did I click it? Okay. What's my favorite food? Anybody know the answer to this? I can tell you it's not on here. Out of these, steak tartare. Yeah, I was thinking about the Cloak of Invisibility, but you know what? I kind of low-key want to know where everybody's at. You know? Ew. If this was chicken nuggets, I'd be so happy. I love salad, though. Can I substitute chicken wings for chicken nuggets? That counts, right? I'm gonna go with that because I don't want the bones. It's nuggets, but I'm thinking that chicken wings is close enough, right? What's up, Donald Paulson? Hello. I hope you are well. Pick a drink. Oh well, that's easy. That was easy. I mean, I don't see Pepsi on here, so pick a song. Okay, so I know what I'm gonna pick. I know what I'm gonna pick, but I want to know what you guys think that I'm gonna pick. I'm curious what you think I'm gonna pick. I already know what I'm gonna pick. And in fact, before you tell me anything, I'm gonna write it down so you know I'm not lying to you, okay? So I want to know what you guys think I would pick. And I'm like super hot tonight. I'm kind of digging the glow today. I don't know why. It's hot in here. Get it shift. Okay, so it says Get Lucky, Daft Punk, Flawless by Beyonce. I've never even heard that, so you can rule that out. Stairway to Heaven by Led Zeppelin, Mr. Tambourine Man by Bob Dylan, Slim Shady by Eminem, I Will Always Love You by Whitney Houston, Mean by Taylor Swift, Creep by Radiohead, and Mirrors by Justin Timberlake. I'm supposed to pick the song I like best. I was just curious if you guys had an idea which one I was going to pick. I'm just curious. If you guys want me to just do, I mean, I'm still going to do the test, but I just thought audience participation, okay? I was just curious. Just curious. I know what I think everyone's going to say that I was going to pick, but I don't think they're going to get it right. Curious. Damn, Bridget nailed it. Yes, Creep by Radiohead. Well, you can say it's on there. It won't focus for long. Bridget got it like immediately. I don't know how. That's funny. Where would you like to hang out? And I'll read them off. If you can't read them, I'll read them off. I'm not really a Whitney fan, and I am definitely not a Zeppelin fan. Just, I mean, I appreciate them, but I just don't. I would never pick to listen to them. My second choice would have been Slim Shady by Eminem. Where would I like to hang out? The Three Broomsticks, I guess, which is in the town, right? Madam Puttyfoot's tea shop, I guess. Borgin and Burke's, Quality Quidditch Supplies, Weasley's Wizard Wheezes, or the Shrieking Shack. I mean, I think anybody was going to pick the Weasleys, right? I don't think anybody wants to hang out at any of the other places. I hate this woman, by the way. She's evil and I don't like her. This one right here. Don't like her. How would you spend your ideal weekend? Oh, this is easy. In bed with a book, getting drunk with your friends, hanging with your family, partying at a fancy club, playing a sport, on a date with your partner. Well, you can roll that out. I don't have a partner, so watching TV at home, hiking, or alone at a dive bar. We go with the shack. I get it. I can't remember. I knew it was Shrieked or something. I don't remember. Like, I've watched it and I've read the books, but I forgot. You know. This one would be, how would I spend my ideal weekend? Normally, I would say a book. My family and my friends would be my second. My second was my my family and my friends. But ideally, I just want to lay down and read a book. A good book. I haven't been running into good ones lately. My ideal partner is someone who values your intelligence, is really protective, inspires you, is family oriented, idolizes you, hates the same things as you, that you're comfortable with, gives you space, or doesn't exist. Oh, that's a good one. That's a really good one. No, absolutely put a book. And that's the thing is that this quiz is not like would you if you had to choose at the end of the world who to save would it be your book, your family or your friends. It's not that serious. It's more like an ideal weekend if you were just kind of got to do have a you day. How would you spend your you day? I would spend it reading because if it's a me day, it's a me activity. And I'm like a hermit, so I spend it alone. That does not take away from like when I'm around my friends, which by the way, none of them live in the state. So when I'm around my friends, of course I'm gonna hang out and drink with them or my family. But my daughter lives here, and she was just in here when I first started. You know, she's gone to go play with her friend. Her ideal weekend, she'd be on her tablet, and she'd tell you that. It doesn't mean that you don't value them or love them as just as much. I'm just saying if it was a me day and I got to pick my activity, that's what it would be. And if that makes me a bad person, then I guess I'm a bad person. Hello, David. And you nailed it. Doesn't exist. Absolutely. Pick a potion. Liquid luck. Love potion. Drought of peace. I never knew that was in there. I don't remember that potion. Wit sharpening potion. Polyjuice potion. Or strengthening solution. I'm going with luck. All day. What do I prefer reading? I don't think that my books are on this. Oh, okay, Donald. That's fine. You can be a smartass. I just wanted to. I just, in my own snarky way, I was kind of low key saying that I love my family and I love my friends, but I just want a fucking book. Like, just give me a book and I'm happy. Which I was just. That sounds so mean, but anyone that knows me knows that wouldn't like. Oh, I don't need to explain it. You know. So the Gawker, the Guardian, the New Yorker, the Onion, the Village Voice, Rolling Stone, Sports Illustrated, BuzzFeed, and New York Post. Well, this is funny because this is actually the BuzzFeed website. So I feel like I'm supposed to click that because I don't want them to like shut down my computer or something. I don't even know what half of these are. You know what? I'm going to say the Onion because it's fun. Because it's fun. The Onion is fun because isn't that the one that does all like the fake headlines, or is that Babylon Bee? I don't know. I like onions. Whatever. Magical creature. This is a long ass test. Oh, it's almost done. Okay. Goodness. Unicorn, phoenix, owl, hippogriff, crumple-horned snorkrack, a basilisk, a centaur, a poltergeist, or a pygmy puff. Well, you can just get rid of the poltergeist. You can get rid of whatever the fuck this thing is. The hippogriff, no thank you. They're kind of mean. I don't think they like me very much. The basilisk, no, I'm good. I'm going to say, I'd say that's a person. A centaur is a person, y'all. Like, you can't just, like, have a pet. Does that say, okay, magical creature. Okay, I was going to say, you can't have a centaur as a pet. It's like a person. I'm going to go with Phoenix. A TV show? Really? Girls, Game of Thrones, Dexter, Entourage, New Girl, Sherlock, 2.5 Men, Brothers and Sisters, and Breaking Bad. I'm going to go Game of Thrones. I'm Ron Weasley. I'm full of self-doubt. What? But I shouldn't be because I've proved myself time and time again. You're very easygoing, funny, and fiercely loyal to friends and family. Oh, okay. I didn't know I was a Weasley. Well, there you have it, y'all. I am Ron Weasley, I guess. Who? Yeah, there I am. So that was fun. I mean, I guess it was fun. Was that fun? I don't know. Do they have lots of quizzes? Is that what this is? I don't know. You couldn't tell my. Oh, this one's super easy. I like eat two things my whole like every day. That's it. Which flavor of potato chip would make you say smash? I don't. Unless you grew up in actual country, you're not passing this country artist quiz. Optimist or pessimist? Oh, that's really easy. I'm a pessimist. My 90s playlist will reveal. Okay, challenge me. I got you. I'm going through this one fast. Oh, did I click it? Okay. Ooh, this is a really hard one. Mm, Torn. I hate that song. Oh, this is not fair. These three are amazing. I don't know. No. Yes. Oh no, this is one of my favorite songs of all time. Black or White. Actually, I'm gonna go with that. That's these are two of my favorite songs ever too. I'm gonna go with that. Even though I love this song, I already picked a Fuji song, so I wouldn't need another one. That was easy. I'm taken. It looks like I've had a happy and healthy relationship. You're wishing me many years of bliss. It's too bad I didn't know a thing about it. Neither did my partner, whoever they may be. Apparently, I am in a situationship, y'all. This person got single. I'm gonna pick. Oh, I don't. I'm not logged in. I wonder if I can do that. Ah, forget it. Oh well. Anyway, that was funny. Yeah, no, I wish though. See, that's the difference. I don't. First comment is complicated for me right now because I like a lot of people, but they don't like me back. You can't see it. It's over on this side over here. Anyway, that's funny. It says I'm taken. By whom? By whom? Okay. That was funny. I thought that you guys, I thought that was funny. So I'm gonna go through some of the TikToks. This is just a screw it. If I find a rabbit hole, great. Otherwise, we're just gonna like look at stuff because why not? See what I saved. I thought I saved the book that I looked up, and it. Oh well. I there's one where if you look up a book, if you look up book on TikTok, then that's like the story of your life. And I looked mine up, and it was like something about like goddess queen of the world, and I was like, oh, okay, well, huzzah for me. I'm super glad that I'm queen. Remember what I said about queen earlier? I'm just saying. I thought that was funny. It's funny. These things are so wrong half the time. Okay, this one's funny. This is just for fun, guys. It's gonna be loud. I'm gonna try and turn it down though. I don't want your ears blasted off. So this is making men uncomfortable. I mean, I'm here for it. Why am I always in the way? There. What's up, Wallflower? All right, here we go. Okay, guys that are here, would this make you uncomfortable? Because if it would, I probably would. Me and Bridget will probably do this in Vegas just because we can. Okay, can you get? Yeah, you guys can hear.
Dang, sexy, you can roast this rump. Ow! Damn, sweet cheeks, I got a hot pocket for your pepperoni stick. Ow! Hot pocket. See, I'm Tube Steak. Are you from Boston? I got a butt you can eat. Yeah! Sweet cheese, call me a cleaver, because I'd pound that meat.
Okay, that's kind of funny though, right? I'm gonna get nailed for the background music. I'm gonna get nailed for it, and I know it. But here's the thing.
Damn, Blow Pop, you want to pack this Tootsie Roll? Damn, sweet cheeks, you like seafood? Because you can eat these crabs.
Ew! Gross. That's nasty.
Crabs. Damn, baby, are you an oyster? I'd like you to slide down my throat. Dang, sexy, call me a jalapeno, because I like to be jalapeno pants. Damn, sweet cheeks, you got some sour cream for my taco, baby.
This slowed it down. Okay, so okay, that's funny. Okay, so there's the chick that did the book talk or whatever. I don't know why I saved this one, but I want to watch it. Oh, see, I can't do the ones with the music. It's just gonna. Huh, this one's funny. I think it's funny. Let's see. So do you guys get it? Everybody, that's like the thing on TikTok right now. Like all of these people have their back to a wall, and there's this I don't know what's going on with that. There's this song that plays, and then they're like, with their legs going all kinds of ways that my body does not move. And it's like a trend, I guess, that everyone's doing. And some are doing it, it's all sexy. And some are doing it, and you can tell they're trying to be sexy. And some people are just doing it, and it's hilarious. So he's doing it in the bathroom. But when they ask him what he's doing, he doesn't want to admit it. So he says he'd rather say he's doing drugs. I was like, that's actually hilarious. That's awesome. Okay, Wallflower. So, the Y files? Is it something I would like? Huh? Oh God, bad baby is back, I guess. Oh. Oh yeah, I would never click on that. I don't care about the arms race, and I probably would fall asleep halfway through. Ooh. Lightning pants from another dimension? Oh, this is the guy with the goldfish. Ooh. I'm scrolling, y'all. Can you see how I'm scrolling? I just wanted something that I could like. Oh. Oh. Oh, it's a long one though. I already know what I'm gonna do. I already know which one I'm gonna do. I'll do one if you guys want me to. If you guys don't want me to, I could do other little short stuff and then get off here and let you get on with your evening. I don't care either way. I'm good. And I realize I'm looking forward and not I'm looking at the chat instead of looking at the camera, so I feel like I'm not talking directly to you. I'm sorry. I was gonna do the Illuminati one, the symbols of power. I was gonna do something like that. See, here's the thing though. Here's the problem. The problem is that if I'm learning, I'm just watching an entire 40-minute video with people. I don't want to do 40 minutes. I don't want to do, if I do that, how's this? I'll do that offline. I'll do that offline. Because otherwise what's going to happen is I'm going to be sitting here the whole time like that. I can do that at 3:00 in the morning versus doing it like, now. Does that work for you guys? And you guys have already seen it. So if you've already seen it, then that's no fun. All of these videos are so long. Oh, I kind of, and I don't care if they're like 4 years ago. No, that's what I'm saying. Pausing would be take forever, and see if I do it offline, I can basically skip ahead. So if somebody wants to watch the whole thing, they can watch the whole thing. But if they want my commentary, I can skip to where I make commentary and just, does that make sense? Kind of like they do with movies. It's just, for me, sitting there for 40 minutes and watching something and not contributing feels a little shitty. Does that make sense? Like, not that I'm saying I don't want to. I'm totally going to watch this one, though.
Sorry to ruin your groove. Isn't that the worst? What if
I'm going to watch this one, because why not?
Ads like this forever. This is Pie, and
Okay, so I'm going to watch this one. I've just decided. So yeah, and like, here's the thing. That's one of the reasons that it's really hard for me to like, I hate being a jerk and being like, I don't want to do that because I feel like a jerk. But on the flip side, I don't want to do it. So it's like, am I more of a jerk to lie to you and say that I want to sit here and then pause for 40 minutes and okay, you guys are going to hate me for this. My favorite part has nothing to do with that fish. At all. Like, I think it's cute, but I mean, I could do without it. I've only seen one though, so it might grow on me. But like, of all the things I remember about the video, the fish wasn't one of them. I've never claimed to have a popular opinion. Just letting you know. And I get that I obsessively hate gimmicks. I hate gimmicks. Like, I just can't. Gimmicks irritate me to no end. Because I'm like, if I'm interested in the content, you don't need to keep me hooked with something fun dangling in front of me. Like, I'm just saying. I'm not saying that's what it is. I'm saying that like my initial thought is that. By the way, shout out to Cliff for his 200 last time I checked, which was hours ago, 220,000 views on the Hanuman whatever the fuck that video. Shout out to him. Wallflower, if you got to give me backstory, I don't want to know. I don't want to know. I don't need to know he's married to a camel. It's the most nonsensical stuff I've ever heard. He has over 220,000 views on that video. So shout out to him. And I get credit because I uploaded it. I took it off the Google Drive and I uploaded it onto the channel. So you're welcome. No, I'm kidding. It has nothing to do with me. No. I know you think it's funny. And that's not... I know when I say things, they come off like mean. But you guys know me. I know you guys know me well enough to understand kind of what I'm saying. Is that I am super biased against gimmicks. And if something to me doesn't seem to be more than just like a gimmick to keep people interested, which is fine, but I don't need it. Does that make sense? Like, I don't need, and one of the videos I watched the other day that had all of those movie cuts drove me crazy. I didn't need to have like stop, play 3 seconds of a movie cut, stop, play 3 seconds of a movie cut. So like every point they made, they had to have a little movie clip in there. I don't think I watched that with you guys. There's this guy who reacts to like crazy TikTok drama and it's hilarious because he's like, the fuck? He does that and it drives me crazy. I'm like, I don't know why you have to do that. I don't need you to play a movie clip from an old movie to try to make what you said, which in and of itself landed, the line landed perfectly fine. I have a brain. I'm able to comprehend. And then turn around and every time, it's like if you think about every time that you ended a bar, you had like a, JT's going to hate me. He does his ad libs and he drives me crazy because I'm like, not everything you say needs to be emphasized with an ad lib. Sometimes you can let it stand on its own. I've told him that all the time. He knows how I feel. It's nothing. It's not me talking behind his back. If he was here, I'd tell him the same thing. And he knows it. I'm like, every time you say anything about your bite, you're going to hear every time the crunch. Every time. And you're going to hear trains. Every time. Like, and if anyone that knows his music knows that I'm right. I get it that it's like something he does. I'm just saying. It's kind of a parallel. This is me rambling. This is why I can't do long when I start late because I've been at work all day. I get up at 3. I was up at like 3:10, 3:15 this morning. And then I got some stuff done before work. And then I started work around 6 or so. And then I worked my regular hours. And then I took my kid to Michael's and to Cato and then JCPenney and then back to Cato because JCPenney, she was trying to get some like Juicy Couture and Gloria Vanderbilt little jacket, little like coverall jacket. I was like, I am not paying $70 for you to have a little jacket that some little tiny person could probably wear to a lawyer's office for their paralegal job. Like, we're not doing that. We're going back to Cato and you get that cute little top. She has a cute little outfit I got her. Anyway, she wants to. What's Cato? Cato's is like Lane Bryant kind of, but cooler. Lane Bryant is like the old lady matching sets and floral print dresses for big girls. And Cato is like wishing they were a little bit more fashionable, I guess, for a little younger crowd. Like for big, and they have a big girls and non-big girls section. So yeah. It's a store. Okay? It's got clothes in it. All right. So this one, I'm gonna decide I'm gonna watch this one. It's only 10 minutes long, 10:57. Okay, 11 minutes. And it's by Matthew Santoro. He's got a big following, so apparently, he must have some stuff. Cool. I'm excited. This one is called 10 Little Known Conspiracy Theories That Will Blow Your Mind. I'm here for it because anything can open up a rabbit hole for us to dive down into and get lost in. So I'm cool with that. And I hope you guys are too. Let me adjust the volumage and stuff.
The internet is
I think that should be about right. Let me see how it looks on the...
filled with...
Yeah. Okay. So that's about right. So like I said, this one's called 10 Little Known Conspiracy Theories That Will Blow Your Mind. Let me make sure. I guess I'll be on this side. I kind of feel... All right. I'm going to do something weird, y'all. Wish I had a background, I wish I had like a better background because I kind of feel like I'm like hiding in a corner somewhere. Is that better? A little bit? I mean, I know that it's kind of plain, but so I'm not like this teeny little person in the middle of the corner. Anyway, I'm gonna let it ride like this because I'm gonna watch kind of here and kind of here, so then I'm facing the right way. Does everything make sense? Does it make sense? Do you make sense? Cool. 10 little known conspiracy theories that will blow your mind. Blow my mind, please. Let's do this. Let's try again and let's do this.
With conspiracy theory
Wait,
websites,
what?
and the internet is filled with conspiracy theory websites and videos.
True.
But what fascinates most people about these alternative ideas is that beyond the popular, well-known conspiracy theories, there are many which are even more elusive and mysterious.
Got me. I'm hooked. I'm locked in.
Here are 10 little-known conspiracy theories that will blow your mind.
Blow my mind. Let's go.
Number 10 is the new chronology.
I don't know what, like, I don't know what it is. I feel like I should know what chronology means, unless chronological order, right?
We all learn about history in school. Some of us pursue that interest at college, university, or through personal study. Regardless, there's an accepted view as to the chronology of events. Academics teach us that recorded human history, the length of time we've been writing down what's happening around us, goes back about 5,000 years. But a Russian mathematician by the name of Fomenko argues that this is wrong, and that recorded history is only around 1,000 years old. He claims to have done calculations on historical data showing
So like when the monks were around in like 1100, right? Is what they're saying. So not back when like Jesus was around. Right? So that's what he's saying. So it wouldn't have been as far back as Jesus, even though they talk about that and the Bible was written then.
1,000 years old. He claims to have done calculations on historical data showing that historical records have been forged, misinterpreted, and promoted to keep what's really happening in humanity's recent past secret. This new chronology has a number of high-profile supporters. If this is true, no one is quite sure what this 1,000-year-old lie is actually hiding from all of us. Number 9 is
Yeah, that would change a lot of things because, I mean, do we even know that the stuff that is translated and documented, they could have changed it? I mean, look, okay, so let's be real. Look at the history books now. Do they accurately depict current events or historical events of the last 100, 200 years? The way that it happened, or do they present the information with a severe bias. Once you add severe bias and it's no longer historical and it becomes opinion, I would think. So are we even recording it correctly now? And you can't rely on the internet because people lie. Wikipedia was supposed to be this plethora of information and you can change it. It's just wild to me. I don't know. That's a good one because that would call into question all of the religious texts from some of the oldest religions. China has been documenting and writing for thousands of years. And they have date stamp, like they've tested all of that stuff. And it's been like they've tested all the stuff in Egypt and stuff like that, you know? So like, I don't know how he can say it's only been 1,000 years. I mean, mind you, let's say that like Egyptian culture and Chinese culture have been around for thousands of years, which is wild to me that some of us think that we are just the be all end all of all humanity. And we have any right to encroach ourselves onto someone else's culture when they've established it for thousands and thousands of years. And, you know, the arrogance of us, whoever they may be. Anyway, they were documenting it and they've validated all of those artifacts. So I don't believe that one at all. I just don't. Because that would call into question every single testing procedure is a lie. Do you see what I'm saying? I don't know. Anyway, next one. Good gracious, sir. Your teeth rival mine.
Is actually hiding from all of us. Number 9 is Harold Wilson. Harold Wilson was a world-famous politician from the UK. He was known for his phenomenal debating abilities, which led to the most powerful political office in Britain. He became Prime Minister twice, from 1964 to 1970, and then again from 1974 to 1976, winning 4 general elections.
That was like around the time, if I'm not mistaken, the time before Princess Diana, but after Queen Elizabeth came into power. I think. I'm just saying, because I swear that I heard his name when I was watching some historical something or another about the royal family. And it wasn't like one of the drama things. It was actually like a historical thing. So anyway, I think that's what those years were. I don't know. I might be wrong.
And then again from 1974 to 1976, winning 4 general elections. Now, all of this may sound run-of-the-mill, but things take a turn into the strange when you learn that Harold Wilson was suspected by some of being a spy for Soviet Russia. The idea that the most powerful person in the United Kingdom at the height of the Cold War was spying for the enemy seems better suited for a James Bond novel than reality. However, while Prime Minister, the BBC uncovered an alleged plot to remove Harold Wilson from office by the UK's MI5 agents. The reason? Many believe there was real evidence that the Prime Minister himself was a Soviet agent.
Okay, I have heard that one. That's one of the things they were talking about. Remember I said I heard his name when I was watching some historical, they were talking about. It was obviously like a documentary, but it wasn't like what I'm talking about. It wasn't like on Netflix or something. Like it was like from the history something. And I remember them mentioning him in passing a couple of times because he was mentioned with some other people as being suspected to be working with Soviet Union. I just didn't remember, honestly. But when he said that, I was like, I knew that. Hello, sir. He has a crown on. Anyway.
There was real evidence.
I mean, I don't know if that's like a blowing my mind revelation there, conspiracy theory, but okay. It's interesting.
That the Prime Minister himself was a Soviet agent. Number 8 are immortal actors.
You know, you've all seen this. I've seen this. This hit social media many times. This is the whole, yeah. These actors, I can't wait for this one. Oh, I'm writing this one down. I am so going to dive into this later. I'm excited because this is one of those ones where I'm like, okay. Yeah. Immortal. I've heard of this one. I hope you guys have too, because it's super cool. I'm excited to see what he says.
Some actors appear to defy age with their youthful looks well into their advanced years. However, some believe this is because those actors are not what they seem. Several conspiracy
The Bush Guide, cold and smooth.
theories argue that some of the most iconic actors of all time are part of a secret society that has unlocked the secret to everlasting life. Conspiracy theorists offer some key visual evidence to support their claims. For example, photographs and paintings from the last few centuries allegedly show that some actors are hundreds of years old. A painting from 1875 appears to show a man who very much looks like Keanu Reeves, while a photograph from 1870 appears to show none other than Nicolas Cage, very much alive and well over 100 years ago. If such a society
Those are, I don't think, the best examples that I've seen. On the flip side, though, anyone who's studied the biology and the scientific, like the science behind why people are attracted to each other, why we consider some people attractive and some people not, even if we have variations, they're talking about the common theme, right? Symmetrical faces, certain features, and a lot of it is influenced by the current times and peer pressure, let's just say. If like big honking noses was like in, you know, a lot of it had to do with the ability to mate, things of that nature. So is it inherently ingrained in us to lift up people who might look a certain way because over and over throughout history, people that looked that way were attractive to the masses? Or maybe, I don't know, is it like an instinctual thing, or is it because they sold their soul and now they're like, they get to like, where do they go in between though? To like, they have like a crash pad where they go hang out until it, like it's been long. I think, yeah, man, it's been long enough. You're back in rotation. Let's go. But then do they start as kids again? Because they don't jump on the scene. Did you see Ronald Weasley? Was that Weasley? Hold on. Because remember, I'm Weasley. Okay, I'm Weasley, remember? He grew up in front of the camera. So do they just restart them? Right? Do they just like recook them? Are they talking reincarnation? Are they talking about they're the same person, but they just like drink a youth potion and go back a couple years? I don't know.
While a photograph from 1870 appears to show none other than Nicolas Cage, very much alive and well over 100 years ago. If such a society does exist, you wonder just what price it is to join. Number 7 is Down the Rabbit Hole.
Wait, what? Whoa. Sorry. I'm rewinding that.
To join. Society does exist, you wonder just what price it is to join.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Did he just say down the rabbit hole? Do you know what this live stream is called? It's called, we're looking for a rabbit hole, y'all. And we found it. Huzzah. Nailed it. I had no idea that was coming. That's awesome. That is completely awesome.
Number 7 is Down the Rabbit Hole.
go. Oh,
British
did you hear that in the background? It sounds like I was playing Phasmophobia. Hold on. Listen.
British author Lewis Carroll wrote a book called The Nursery Alice. This was a version of his own book, Alice's Adventures in Wonderland, but simplified for children. It was published in 1889.
Did you know that Alice in Wonderland was not a children's book to start? Did you guys know that? I knew that. But did you know that it really wasn't? By the way, you can find some really not for children versions of Alice in Wonderland. Just saying. There's some good ones out there.
But in a grisly turn of events, the same kid's book had been implicated in one of the world's most famous murder cases. For well over a century, people have tried to find out the identity of Jack the Ripper, but one conspiracy theory states that Lewis Carroll left clues in his books as to who the killer really was. And how would he know? Because he allegedly is Jack the Ripper himself. This theory was first proposed by writer Richard Wallace in 1996, and since then has gained supporters. Several clues can be found in the books, and it's led many to wonder whether one of the greatest children's writers of all time was also one of the world's most infamous killers.
Yeah, we're going down that one, y'all. That's on my list. It's going on my list. This is my notepad here. So Lewis Carroll, Jack the Ripper. Lots of question marks. Okay, we're going to go down that rabbit hole at some point. Maybe not tonight, but expect that to come. Because, really? Okay, so here's why. I want to know what the clues were. I want to know what passages in his book, right, made people think that that was a clue. So what pieces of the book made people think that it was a clue? To the point where, how many years later, Duder Bob was like, dude, he's got to be Jack. He's Jack. So yeah, I'll look into that one. I'm going to dive into that one. I'm excited. That one's going to be good. I want all the tea. Get it? Tea. Alice, Wonderland, rabbit hole, tea. Yep. Still got it. What's up, Kitty Twister?
Number 6 is Kubrick and the Illuminati.
Ew, do you hear that? That creep. I only hear it right before he starts to talk, and it's like, I'm like, okay, listen here. Whispering bad voice. Go back to Phasmophobia and leave me the fuck alone.
Stanley Kubrick was one of the greatest directors who ever lived, but he also was a subject of several conspiracy theories. One of the more popular ones is that he was involved in faking moon landing footage. However, there is also an even darker theory which states that the films he made resulted in his own death. Throughout Kubrick's career, he believed strongly in the use of subliminal messages throughout his films. This is why his films have been studied so widely for their secret meanings.
Well, yeah, I mean that's pretty typical for creatives, especially super intelligent, super creative people. They can't just make a film at face value. It's like this is my opinion. You guys don't have to agree with me, and maybe I'm going off on a tangent. It doesn't need to be gone off on. I'm not going to take a long time, but think of a kids movie. How many times as an adult are you watching a kids movie and you're like, the rest of the kids stuff, you're like, yeah, okay. And then you're like, it's for the adults, right? So it's for the adults. The point is that the adults still need to be engaged with the content because the whole movie is to entertain the kids. But guess who's sitting there with the kids? Are the adults. I think that directors and stuff like him are super highly intelligent. They're super highly creative. They think differently. And so they're not just trying to engage the basic, slightly ignorant viewer who doesn't read into things too far and takes things at face value, and yeah, that was a good story, or even a slightly intellectual who can understand some of the subtleties. It would make sense to me that some of these directors of this level would take it a step further and do a third layer to the face value, the deeper understanding, that subtle difference, and then the third one, which would be the subliminals and the implied thoughts, the implied things that in context make sense. Does that make sense? But generally you wouldn't view it in that context. So it's kind of just for those people that would catch it, and it makes him happy because it's his art. It's the same as an artist doing a painting, and we think, oh, it's a pretty flower. But you didn't see that a bug named Bob is floating in the water of the vase, right? Like, but to the artist that means something, and to the person who knows the artist, maybe it means something. Does that make sense? So some of them go deeper. I don't necessarily know what he's going to say next. I just am saying I would not be surprised if he did it 100% on purpose, and that there are subliminals. Absolutely. If I don't knock my mic out of whack.
This is why his films have been studied so widely for their secret meanings. A lesser-known conspiracy theory states that Stanley Kubrick was an inside member of the Illuminati, the mythical group which supposedly controls the Earth. In this theory, he left clues about the organization in his films, but when he finally made a movie about secret societies called Eyes Wide Shut, the Illuminati had him assassinated. Number 5 is the A440 conspiracy. Another little-known conspiracy is that of A440. A440 is a musical note, the first A note after middle C to be precise. This note vibrates at exactly 440 Hertz, hence its name. It's been used since the mid-20th century and has become a tuning standard for most instruments. However, there are several conspiracy theories attached to it. One states that the A440 note actually causes stress, aggression, and antisocial behavior in humans. Some believe that it was developed by the Nazis during the Second World War and has since been used to manipulate the human mind.
Okay, so this definitely depends on how you take vibrations and the power of frequencies. So if you're somebody that understands or believes in or agrees with the fact that sound can affect you on a base level, your emotions, your stress. I know people that make music specifically on certain frequencies, and the intention of that music, people tune their stuff to it, you know what I mean? And they listen to this music that is specifically on a frequency, for example, for wealth or for success or whatever, in order to bring those things into their life. Feeling as if they resonate on that frequency, then it will attract. It's that whole The Secret thing and all that. It is proven that sound affects people. Sound affects people, decibels, frequencies, vibrations, they all do affect people. That is, I don't think you can disprove that. So to me, it would make sense that there could be a specific note, and like the whole, you could play the same four, like the chords on every song that's ever been made that's a super big success. It's the same damn notes, and you could interchange this the music and the lyrics, and it's the same damn song. You know what I'm saying? It's just they found one that when that vibration and that frequency is being exposed to quite often, it bothers your equilibrium, it bothers your brain waves and things of that nature. I think they learned this because they they tested it on people. They've been doing it for hundreds of years that I'm aware of. I mean, they do this to torture people. They know the sound frequencies that can break people and will get them a faster result. And they train against it. Secret, like spies and stuff, train against that. It's notorious. They spent decades and a lot of time over a long time trying to decide what frequencies were best and what they didn't know at the time. Maybe they didn't have the scientific term, but they train people on frequency. You hit a certain note and people get triggered because they train them, right? So I absolutely believe that this is a possibility. Do I know enough about it to know if that's the one note that's the evil note? I don't know. Hi, Stacy. I hope you're feeling better today a little bit.
The way that it allegedly in World War and has since been used to manipulate the human mind. The way that it allegedly works is that the note vibrates at a frequency that interferes with the very fabric of our universe, causing disharmony in living matter.
Yeah, see, that I don't agree with. That right there, that is not something I would necessarily co-sign. If they said that it interfered very strongly, harshly with your brain frequency or with your equilibrium or your balance, or, you know, people that heard it quite often tended to do this, that, or the other, I would be like, oh, okay, yeah, see, I would believe him. But it messes with the universe and therefore you can manipulate people. You took it too far. Not him. I'm saying the people that have this conspiracy. I'm just saying that's too far for me. You can believe what you want. And I would love to know what you guys think. If you guys believe that it messes with the universe, or do you think it messes with people? Do you think that it's just a bunch of hooey?
Some believe that it's only a matter of time before this malevolent musical note is used to undo modern civilization with a deafening crescendo.
I mean, if you hit a gong loud enough and it like topples a building because the vibration, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know.
Number 4 is the 9/11 stock market conspiracy.
Ugh, that's talking in the background.
Most 9/11 conspiracy theories are pretty disrespectful to those who lost their lives that day, not to mention those who tried to defend us. However, there's one little known conspiracy theory which does raise some questions. This theory speculates that there was some unusual activity in the financial markets in the days leading up to September 11th. Some of this activity revolved around airline shares. Conspiracy theorists suggest that unknown investors were aware of what was about to happen on that day and sold their shares before the attacks occurred. Furthermore, shares in insurance companies were also heavily traded on that day. While this trading hasn't resulted in any official accusations, it was investigated, leading some conspiracy theories to insist that someone out there made a lot of money from that day.
Of course they did. Of course they did. Yes, I agree. I believe that 100%, hands down. Look what happened. Look what happened right before Trump was shot. That's all I'm going to say. I'm not going to dive into that of it. I'm not going to dive into that. If you guys knew some of the stuff that was going on, some of the trades that were being made and things like, in almost like an expectation of him not being around anymore and what that would do to his stock. And you can see people trying to, hurry up and get ahead of it and sell short and things like that. Here's my conspiracy. Just curious. I made this up this second. You ready? Do you think that they had prior knowledge, or do you think they had prior knowledge, or do you think that there's like a time loop, like a delay, and so they can, go back, or like a day and like know what's going to happen, and then they can like repeat it, so like Back to the Future type thing. I just made that up. I'm just asking. Anyway, I believe that 100%. I believe that people knew. I believe that they knew, and I believe that there's a level of people that are so, what's the word, untouchable, that the interactions of peons mean nothing to them. Mean nothing. Because, and whether it be a society, an organization, aliens, I don't know, but I just know there's got to be a tier level above that is absolutely just doesn't care. Like, we're working at this level of world manipulation, and you guys are like complaining about who can participate in sports. Like, we are not the same. That level is what I'm talking about. I absolutely believe there are some people at that tier. Excuse me. I'm not going to go into that. I don't know anything about it to be able to. Anyway, just saying, that's my opinion. You know, feel free to pipe up. I see the chat going a little bit crazy. I get that. Like, I don't know. I'm just putting the questions out there. I don't have all the answers. All I can do is tell you what I agree with, what I disagree, and why, for what it's worth, and give some context. And, you know, and if there's, I see some people talking about like different projects and things of that nature, or like different things that, you know, they're called their catchphrases. If you guys want to put those in the comments once I post this, or send it to me in a DM, so then I can go look those up, because I'll have to figure out which ones are which. Anyway, I don't know how many we're on. Like 8, I think now.
Number 3 is the left hand. It used to be thought that left-handedness was a mark of the devil. People who were left-handed were forced to use their right hand for most tasks, and in some instances, the left hand was tied awkwardly behind the back. While this is superstition at its worst, there's a little-known conspiracy theory that there's more to some left-handed individuals than meets the eye. This theory argues that there is an advantage to being left-handed, and that a powerful secret society only allows members who have this hand dominance. This may seem like an unusual proposition, but when you consider that 5 of the last 8 presidents were left-handed or ambidextrous, and that an unusually high number of people in power are the same, it does make you wonder if this alleged society really does exist, and is controlling our fate from the shadows.
Okay, so I agree with that. I've seen that. I've actually noticed that in the past. People that are creative, like super creative, like they draw art, people that are in like not the political space, I would say, but like the level of charisma, the level that they are going to, like the heights they go. I don't know. I always was told that the left hand was like right is logic and left is creative. And so people that had like a tendency to approach the world in a more creative way. And so, but here's the thing. Okay. Let me say this. You would think you would want a logical person, not a creative person in a place of power. Unless they're not the ones in power. They're the face. Their creativeness allows them to be accepted as that position when the people in power are running it through them. Biden. Sorry. Just saying.
Number 2 is Finland's origin.
I knew there's something about this one. Stop whispering at me. Crazy.
A recent conspiracy theory which gained traction on Reddit is one of many alternative history perspectives. This theory suggests that the country of Finland doesn't actually exist, at least not as we know it. The argument is that the landmass known as Finland in Europe, which borders Russia and the Baltic Sea, was fabricated as recently as 100 years ago. This was supposedly pulled off by Russian and Japanese diplomats so that they could manipulate fishing rights in the Baltic Sea. The people who currently live in modern-day Finland are the descendants of people from surrounding areas who were shipped there and sold an elaborate hoax about Finland having existed for many years.
Okay, so people in Finland don't agree. I'm just saying, from what I know, people from that area don't agree. People that, their families are from that area. But anyway, I'm pretty sure I have some Finnish in my background somewhere. Anyway, maybe it's Belgian. Besides the point. It's an area of land. It's not the Antarctica. So there were people there. Why would you have to ship and import every single person in the country? Where did all the people that were there first go? And where did they come from? Or what do they call the land that they were on? Maybe it was just uninhabited. It doesn't matter. My point is like, why would you have to import the entire population 100 years ago? I don't know. It just doesn't make sense. This one's a little bit out of reach for me. Just saying.
Now, some argue that this is a hoax, while others believe that it is suggestive of alternative history and that our belief in the modern world has been widely fabricated.
Or changed. We are the sum of our knowledge and experience. And unless you lived it, someone told you. Period. Think about that for a second. Unless you were there, someone told you. If you read about it, the person that wrote it told you. Okay? So don't semantics here. If you were not present, someone told you. At some point, someone could have told you wrong. At some point, one person's the only one that knew. And I'm not saying in this case, but in any situation, it is completely possible for fake news and false historical, they've done it though. You've seen it in modern times on the news where they suppress a specific narrative. And it goes on both sides, so don't at me. Happens on both sides. They suppress a specific narrative and push a different one. Neither of them were there, but they push the viewpoint and the bias. Our history books are now being skewed to accommodate, instead of stating facts, like a dictionary. It's no longer a dictionary. It's now Urban Dictionary, because whatever words we say are words that mean a different thing now. We suddenly put it in there, and that's just how it is now. A dictionary was meant to be the actual meaning of each word. This is what it means. This is the basis of our language. Not, unless I'm pissed off and then it means this. That's not what that is. We've lost any defining things, which makes everything fluid. Everything can change. Everything can be shifted and twisted. And the more you can control who is in charge of the narrative of a specific event, the easier it is for it to come out or to sound like it came out the way it did. But how would we ever know if we weren't there? I'm just saying. I mean, I know that it's not even a conclusive thing I'm saying. I'm just kind of sort of rambling because that's the point. It's a thought. So yes, I think that people could have manipulated the narrative. They could have manipulated history. Of course, then there's the alternate timeline where someone screwed up and went back and knocked off the rabbit that was supposed to bite the person who was supposed to not procreate with this person, and now we ended up with a different actor that starred in Men in Black versus the one who originally did. So they say the Mandela effect is. They say that we all remember it that way because it happened that way, and they went back and they changed things. Or less popular is that they reported it one way and then they pulled all of it back. And so people knew it happened and they didn't go check up on it more. And then the second time the news came out, it was a different. So you have the two sides, like some remember this, some remember that. Anyway, I digress. You get what I'm saying. I love thinking about that stuff. I like melting my own brain. Yeah, because, and Austin just said, majority of religious text is secondhand information. Well, of course it is. First off, because someone translated it from God, right? So they already translated it once. It's like playing grapevine. And then you had it in the original language. And all they had to do, especially back then, is like rewrite it. Just rewrite it. And then when they translate it, they can just be like, well, I don't like that, was rude. And they just like change the tone of something. Anyway, you have to trust and trust. Yeah, it's a whole thing. Anyway, I'm almost done with this. I think we're on are we on number 1? I think we're on number 1. So Finland didn't exist. Does it exist? Did they import everybody? Was it a time shift? Was it a conspiracy to erase the origins of Finland or to introduce Finland in order to control the ports? I don't know. What do you think?
And that our belief in the modern world has been widely fabricated. And number 1 is the portal to hell.
Okay, I used to live in Annette, you know this one. Stole, Kansas. Been there. Not fun. None of those rural places in the middle of nowhere in the middle of Kansas are fun. I'll just tell you that. Don't go driving around like an idiot and trying to seek out creepy places. You will find them. It's one of the 7 portals to hell, by the way, in case you didn't know. Gates.
Scientific advance
That gave that whispery so much different like context when you're talking about the gates of hell. It's like, I'm going to drag you down. I know I heard it. That's what he said to me. That or he's going to cook me some chicken nuggets, which I'm totally here for.
Scientific advances have altered our lives for the better, but there are those who insist that one high-profile scientific experiment is in fact a worldwide satanic conspiracy. In this conspiracy theory, the scientific community has been infiltrated at all levels by Satan worshippers who have manipulated scientific data and funding in order to meet their ultimate.
Is that the statue from Sabrina the Teenage Witch on Netflix? Is that what that is? That everybody got really upset about? Like, was it that one or was it a different? There was one of the shows that had this statue and people were not happy. Which I think was the point. Anyway, sorry. I was watching the statue and I missed what he said, so I'm going to bring it back real quick.
Who have manipulated scientific data and funding in order to meet their ultimate goal, to bring about the coming of the Antichrist. The experiment in question is the Large Hadron Collider in Switzerland. This vast underground particle accelerator is used to smash particles together to see what they're comprised.
Okay. Here's what's interesting. I'm seeing a lot of movie visuals. Is this or is this not has anybody watched the show Eve? I think is it Evil? With the chick who doesn't believe in demons and stuff, and then there was like a particle accelerator and they got hit by it and it like did a whole thing. I can't remember if that was the show. I might have watched it right after I watched that show. So, but the point is that that's exactly what this looks like. It was referenced in one of those shows. And they were like, people were dying and they were like having to bring them in the entire, like they had to go here, meet up, like where are you at? Oh, we got to come find you, that kind of thing. Anyway, I wouldn't have watched a lot of things, so that it had to have been one that I watched. I'm pretty sure it was that one. They were in there and they had these little scooters they were riding to go visit like all these different places because they were having, I'm not talking about an old movie. This is a new, I'm 90% sure. I'm going to look it up. I have to. I'll do it as soon as, I'm 90% sure. And only because it's driving me crazy. Hold on. Was there a accelerate? Right. Ha! I was right. In the first season of, oh, you guys can't see this. I'm not zooming in because I'm just going to go back to the other video. In the first season episode of season 4 of the TV series Evil, titled How to Split an Atom, characters investigate a particle accelerator suspected of being a gateway to hell. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I knew it. I was like, I've seen it. I'm trying to find a picture of it. There, see them down. You can't see it. But anyway, it's down here. You can't tell, but it's like a big circle, just like this thing. I freaking knew it. I knew it. Anyway, back to our regularly scheduled program. It looked just like this. And it's just, the irony is because obviously they included it in the show. They included a lot of things in that show that are assumptions or conspiracy theories that this is what this means. You know, the symbolism, all that stuff. By the way, I absolutely adore ancient symbolism, and like, I want to dive into the Templars and the Masons and the, you know, symbology and stuff. I want to get into all that crap. I'm so excited. I want to. Anyway, I'm sorry. Here we go. Back particle accelerator gateway to hell. Dude, you look at me like you are intense, and that lighting is wild. I thought I looked whack today. He looks like he is glowing. I mean, I like this guy. He articulates really well. I like this.
Underground particle accelerator is used to smash particles together to see what they're comprised of. However, some believe that as either the current or future colliders become more powerful, they will eventually tear a hole in the fabric of space. Then, whatever demonic forces lie in wait in darkness can finally come forth and claim our world as their own. But as always, thank you for watching, for liking this video, and for subscribing. And a very special thank you to all of my channel members, especially the names you see on your screen right now. All of you help keep my channel going. Thanks again, and I'll see you next time.
When you get
Okay, so I liked that. That was good. In fact, I'm actually going to subscribe and like the video, which if anybody knows me, you know that I don't usually do that because I'm a pain in the ass. So what did you think? What did you guys think? Did you think that that was a good representation of, I mean, I don't feel like all of them were mind-blowing, certainly by many means. I don't know. I feel like some of them were either I knew about them, which is fine. I think some of them obviously made me overthink, which is kind of the point. I like that. They make me overthink and like use my big brain. But then some of them were like, you know, I wrote down the immortal actors because I feel like the examples that he showed weren't really the ones that I had seen. And I kind of want to know like a little bit more about the theory as to how do they like restart them? Do they like reincarnate them? Do they like reverse the aging process? Like put them in like a rewind, like a blockbuster? I have Lewis Carroll being Jack the Ripper. I really want to know what pieces of Alice in Wonderland, what they're saying are the clues. I'm sure somebody's gone down that rabbit hole. But get it? I want to know what those are to get them to come to that conclusion. Even if I don't agree with, I think it's Lewis Carroll. I love the Alice in Wonderland and Through the Looking Glass. I love all of the subtleties in it. I love all the innuendos. You can read the book at face value and get that, or you can catch the very intricate interweaving of the characters and the representations. I feel like a lot of it was satire. and could literally apply at that current time or this current time. You could just place the bad actors into the different roles in that book. By the way, Wizard of Oz is also a really good one and is super complicated, way more than people think. Anyway, I hope you like this. I'm going to put the links all down below. And if you have other ones that aren't 40-minute, man, that's just not fair. I understand that it's cool and you have to just deep dive and get into a 40-minute video, but damn, man, I can't sit through 40 minutes. Like, and then pause, and then it's like 7.5 hours later, I wake up like, what just happened? Anyway, it's, I guess, on to the next one. Like Cliff says, on to the next one. That is one of the theories, absolutely, that he tripped hard on acid and wrote a book. But here's the thing, though. And this is a legitimate question. Okay, my question for you is: are there people who actually can benefit from the use of hallucinogenics or mushrooms, LSD, acid, things of that nature, and it can actually help them tap into different parts of their brain? Is it because it's that person? Is it just crazy ramblings? Is it they're that creative, super creative, left-handed person who the only way to tap into that like wildness and free from inhibitions is to take these type of drugs? Does it enhance, or is it just a tripped out crazy dream? Is it at any point, is it something that can be helpful, or is it always harmful no matter what? I know people are all over the spectrum on that debate. I actually have spoken personally with a couple of people, if you guys know Rachel Geek and you know Namson, who believe that, microdosing, and they believe, Rachel Geek does ayahuasca. I don't know her last time she did, but, she has done that, and they believe in, those type of, the word I forgot and can't think of them, psilocybin, something cybins. Anyway, I'm just curious if you think that it can enhance someone. Here's what I'm saying. Do they have the intelligence and the creativity to write a really cool story, and then doing that elevates them, like unlocks something? Or do you think that these stories came directly from this solid trip, right? Do you think they could have even come close to that type of story without it? I don't know. Just curious. Psilocybin. Thank you. That's what I was trying to say. Anyway, I'm just curious. That's just, feel free to pipe up on that one. Anyway, so what you guys think? Kind of cool, huh? I love that kind of stuff, because here's the thing. Everyone has their things they believe, things they don't believe, things that they're convinced of, things that they're not, things that they're willing to believe, and things that they're not. And that's fine. It's completely fine. My hope is to give my opinion and why, and, some context, and maybe a different approach to thinking, that maybe this person tends to approach things from an emotional standpoint, and this person tends to approach from a logical standpoint, and this person tends to approach things from a historical standpoint, and maybe my standpoint is something that can put some context or a different perspective, maybe. I hope. I love those discussions. Big brain shit, man. Big brain shit. I've never seen The Last of Us, Austin. You think it's a whole nother world? That's what I'm saying. I don't know. If you depend on those trips in order to hit that level of creativity to the point where you feel like you can't without it, people like to say some things aren't addictive. Isn't that an addiction as well? It could be. I don't know. Hi, Ida. I hope you're doing good. I'm debating on going searching for another video or calling it a night and maybe do a second one this week in the evening so that people that are I like my morning peoples and I like my evening peoples. I like all of you guys. I like all of you guys. So I try really hard to yes, I do the live streams like on a whim at my convenience. But I also kind of try to make sure that I allow an opportunity for people in different areas and different walks of life before, after work, whatever, to get a chance to hang out if they want. I don't know. Because I know some people it's like tomorrow. And then some people it's like 6 o'clock. And I'm like, I'm about 20 minutes from bedtime for me because I get up at 3. So I go to bed. I make myself get off social media for the most part. Like I'll talk to like 2 people and I go lay down and I'm like, and I go lay down and I usually like read a book or something. I stopped watching TV to go to sleep. I used to watch Scam Baiters and I don't do that anymore. And then I go lay down and that's that. Generally have to kick my cat out for messing with my blinds behind the bed. Yeah, see, it's 8:30 here, and I go to bed at 9. So, and I'm getting hot. Can you tell from being under the light? And I don't have my fan on just because I haven't needed it, and now it's back in the 80s. I'm so excited, y'all. Anyway, I think I am gonna wrap it up because I feel like if I tried to do another one, it would take so much longer that I would just be. I'd be like wiped out by the end and kind of useless. But I hope you had fun. I hope you guys had fun. I had fun. I am Ron Weasley. I learned that. Apparently I have a partner and had no idea. That's another one. Yeah, I'm getting flushed, right? You can see it. It's because I'm getting hot just because I haven't got up and moved around. And this got this light. It's just, it is what it is. And generally, y'all, I'm in a tank top. I'm generally not have a cover on it. I'm usually just hanging it all out. But I figure that I needed to have a little bit less showing for a live stream. Like, you guys didn't need to see all of that. But anyway, I have to do a couple things before I crash. And I hope you guys have a good night. And again, as always, if I didn't say it earlier, I say it from the bottom of my heart and hope that everybody hears me. It means the world to me when you guys hang out and participate and talk to me. And I'm sorry if I don't acknowledge it as you're saying it, because I know you guys are talking amongst yourselves. I am recording, like, not this minute, but I was recording like that one and stuff for reposting. And so I try really hard to like not you guys know, you've been around, I don't need to explain it to you, but thank you for being here, for taking the time out to be here and watch me ramble. Hey man, I'm trucking along. So I've hit all these milestones. I'm going to say this real quick before I go. I think I'm at 1056. I hit over 1050 solidly, right? Because like you have to hit 1 or 2 over before you can solidly say that, even if 2 people left, because I'm like, people like to go and come and go like 1 and 2. Really fuck with me. 49, 50, 49, 50. Solidly in the 1050s. Huzzah. I must be doing something right. If you guys are members, you guys have seen, you have the opportunity to watch some of my shorts. There's one that I have not posted yet, which I have a feeling people aren't going to like. I'm saying like, the people that are coming at me in the comments because they just didn't bother watching the video aren't going to like it. Because I'm pretty much using some trigger words and then calling them out for, do you guys want to see it before? Because it hasn't gone live yet. Do you guys want to see it? I'll play it for you if you want. I have to go on my YouTube channel studio, but I'll play it for you if you want. If not, that's no big deal. It'll just drop tomorrow at some point. What else? Yeah. the hate in the comments. That's fun. I've never had that before, you guys. So you have to understand I'm teaching myself how to ignore it and not take it personally and not respond and explain their stupidity to them. So, you want me to play it? Okay, I'll play it. Like I said, it's going to drop tomorrow. So, oh, I'm down to 10:55. See, I told you I go up and down. Look, this is my YouTube studio. Huzzah. You guys might not know this, but that video, the swoop one did over 1,600 views, and the last Nux one did almost 1,120. And that one, the one that I'm getting all these dislikes on, a third. This, you can't see it. It says 20 and 10. 10 dislikes out of 30. So a third of the people that clicked something didn't like it. That one got like 860, give or take. And then all these haven't done squat, but that's okay. That's okay. Doesn't bother me because they were all looking at these and they didn't like it. So yeah, they're hating. So here I've titled it. Look, it's unlisted, you guys, so you can see I'm serious. No, nobody's seen this at this point. I think Stacy has seen it because I asked him, like, should I drop this? And she's like, only if you send it to my ex. And I'm like, I will drop it so you can send it to him. I don't know him. Okay, so let me play it on YouTube. This is, you can tell I recorded these this morning before it got warm. I have my Lilo and Stitch hoodie on from this morning, and I took it off in here and dropped it on the ground. Here it is. For the record, I got this. Do you guys know Darren? Oh my God. He would put the banger shades on whenever a song was a banger. And now he does a lot of political content and he's Christian. He always like taps his Bible and all this. Very nice guy. His wife does merch. That's where Peace, Love, Stitch. That's where I got this, from her merch shop. So anyway, just saying. That was like 2 years ago I got that. All right. It's short. It's 49 seconds, you guys. It's not that big of a deal, but you'll see why I was kind of questioning if I should post this. Because you know, and I know how that's going to turn out. Okay, hold on. Here we go. It might just start playing. I don't know. I've noticed that one of the subjects that I receive the most negative comments on is when I encourage people to move past, you know, their experiences and the negativity and own their behavior and do something about it. Don't wallow in the victimhood, you know, that kind of stuff. People don't like that. I mean, encouraging people to take control of their lives and, you know, do something with it and not to use their past as an excuse for bad behavior is not received well, which just tells me I'm bothering people. I don't know. That sounds like a you problem. I've noticed that one of the... So there it is. That's me cold on my porch. So, yeah. I was like, they're not going to like that. Yeah, people, the ones that I get the most hate on are the ones where I'm like, look, you have full control of your future. You have full control of how you react to things. And I understand that you need to feel your feelings. Your feelings are valid. However, stop wallowing in it and move on. Do something. If you can change something and you want to change something, then do it. Stop complaining and making excuses. I actually have one I don't think I've dropped yet. Don't believe it's members only. Don't believe your own excuses. You can tell they were a series. But I was triggered as shit. Because, you know, I keep getting these nasty comments about, like, for example, the talent one where I'm like, you know, I really wish that we had some talent from back in the day. Instead, it's just like a move on TikTok, and suddenly you expect to be a star, and it's setting these expectations so low. And they're like, "Why are you hating on kids while you're trying to get relevant online?" And I'm like, "Bitch, please. If you knew just how little I gave a shit how relevant you think I am, bro, you've got no clue. I've got more clout in my pinky than you'll ever get with your fuck ass comments." Anyway, like I said, I'm learning not to let myself get triggered by comments, because I'm understanding that people are ignorant and they're only going to believe what they want to believe. And nothing I say is going to change it. If they're going to stop, not pay attention to what I actually said, and drop a rude comment, they're like, "Hey, got him, got her." Okay. You got your moment. Don't you feel special? Like, I'm glad I could provide you your gotcha moment for this 15-minute span of your life. You're welcome. You know? And every time that it bothers me, I turn to the people I trust and I say something. And Cliff is a big help with that. Super big help. Austin's helped. Wallflowers helped. Stacy's helped. Like, there's a lot of people that have just, they know when I'm getting into that mindset, because I'll be like, "Ah, I get offended." And they're like, "Stop it. Psh, quit watching the comments." And I'm like, "It's a notification. I can't." Anyway. So yeah, I'm going to drop that tomorrow. I will try to drop that video tomorrow too, if I get it edited in the morning when I get up. I have something I have to do for someone in a few minutes. And then yeah, I'm going to bed. So I hope you guys have a great day. I will see you around. You know how to reach me. Please feel free to reach out at any time. And there's no such thing as something stupid. If you guys have an idea or something, I might not do it, but you're welcome to suggest. I mean, seriously. I'm not going to watch the fish guy just because he has a fish, though. I'm just putting that in the universe. Like, give me any reason but the fish and the fact that it's 40 minutes. Anything else, and we can work on that. Anyway, justice for Finland, who just became into existence. I love you guys. I will talk to you later. Have a good night. You notice I turned my background music off because I need peace, y'all. All right, you guys have a good one. I'm out of here. See you on the YouTube streaks.